Hi you guys, we are back again with another tutorial, and today we're doing another mullet, but it's going to be style different. This one I will be using 2 boxes of the Velvet Tara 246, and in the back I will be using Empire 12-inch and 14-inch, and she's using color 1B. So now I'm going to stretch my 2-inch bundle, and that's the only bundle that you're going to stretch. And you will only use one bundle for this because you're only going to be laying this inch on each side of the head, so you won't need to stretch both bundles, but you will use both boxes of the Tara, but you will only use one of the 2-inch bundles. When you start laying your tracks, you will always begin with your longest length first so that you can get layers. You're going for a layered look at the bottom because you don't want all of your curls to fall at the same length. So you're going to start with your 14-inch, then your 12-inch. So if your client wants it longer, then you will just tell them to get, say if they wanted an 18-inch, you would do 18-inch, then you would do a 16-inch, or you could do an 18-inch, 16-inch, 14-inch, just so you can kind of layer it, and you know that the longer the hair, the thinner the hair. So keep that in mind as well. But you're always going to go for a layered look, or you can go in and manually cut layers depending on the hair, or you can use bundles. But for me, I always like using pack hair because it lays a lot better than bundles. If you are going to go the route of manually putting in your layers, make sure that you do not thin out the hair too much. That's the reason I like to layer the hair, because I can maintain my thickness with layering the hair without cutting any layers. Now I'm going to go ahead and start laying down my 12-inch on top of the 14-inch. Keep in mind that when you do it this way, you keep all of your thickness. When you get to this point, you're going to start curving your tracks, and it's just like my other video. If you haven't watched my other tutorial on doing these mullets, nothing is different. Everything is still the same. The only thing that's different is how you're styling it. So make sure you're curving. This is the track that you're going to begin covering the rest of the tracks that you lay down. So when you do that final track, you're going to cover all of the tracks, and then your shorter pieces is going to cover that track. So this is where you're going to stop your tracks, and you can do it however you want to, however far you want to go up or down, but I like to go all the way to the top of the head. Many of you constantly ask where I'm located. I am located in Atlanta, Georgia. I only service the South Carolina location once a month. Right here, I'm going to begin laying down my sideburns, and you will do this on each side of the head. And this is my 2-inch Tara tracks. And like I said, you won't use both bundles out of the pack. You will only use one bundle because you won't use that much. But when you stretch your tracks, you can see you can move a lot faster, and you can see where your tracks are laying. And you will do the same thing as you did on the other side. You will do it on this side as well. And whenever you're doing this, you will curve, and I like to kind of slightly turn my tracks towards the face, because you can lay the tracks further back on the hairline so that it's not really on the edges, and then it can cover, and you can get a good detailed edge up whenever you're doing this. Or if you choose to wave up your sideburns, you'll have a lot of hair to work with if you do it this way, but it's completely up to you. Everybody does it different, so you can kind of do it the way that you see fit. You will begin laying down your 4-inch tracks. Whenever I use the 4-inch, I do double my tracks because the tracks are kind of thin, and also it helps to get the job done quicker when you're double tracking. But you can do whatever is comfortable for you. But for me, I've always done it this way, doubling the tracks. If you ever used the tower hair before, you know the hair is kind of thin, but it all depends on the look you're going for. I like to use thick. I like to lay it down thick because I like the layers. So if you like a lot of layers, then you want to double your track. Now, when I started doing the 6-inch, I thought my camera was recording, but it wasn't. So, if you want to see how I began laying this down in the front, is no different than what I did in any of my other videos of the mullets. So if you want to see it and kind of see how I started it, you can go to the blonde mullet tutorial that I did, and you can see how I did that. And this is how the top is looking. I'm gearing it up to go in a circle so that you can lay down your closure, and all you're going to do is go round and round, go in a U pattern until you get to the smallest circle you can get. Basically, you're going to measure it to the size of your closure. I will be using the closure that came in the velvet Tara box, and you can do your closure however you want to. I like to use these closures because they get the job done, and it's really undetectable whenever you're doing it this way. But you do whatever suits you. Just make sure that if you use this closure out of the box, cut off all of the lace, all the excess lace that's on there, because you don't want it to be sticking out whenever you go to glue it down. Go in with your single blade razor comb, or you can use the double blade razor comb, but I like using the single blade razor because I have more control that way, and plus I like to cut with the blade off. And if you do not have any practice doing this, do not use this on any of your clients. Just go ahead and put the guard on. But I have been doing this for a long time, so it's pretty much kind of comfortable. But you have to make sure that you're securing that blade because you don't want to cut your client. But this is one of the most effective ways that I could use this razor, because if you don't, you will, go through a lot of blades. And I am using my signature shears, of course. If you want to purchase your set, you can go to my website and purchase. But all you're going to do is pull the hair out at a 90 degree. And you're going to be cutting your layers. You're going to be cutting off any excess fishtails, they call them, that's sticking out. You're going to make all of the layers even. And you're going to do this all the way around the front of the head on each side. That's how you're going to achieve that layered look. And all I'm doing is cutting it off, and you can see the layers are looking good. You don't have any stray hairs going anywhere. And right here, you're going to see I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to try to show you, and y'all going to have to forgive me, y'all. I can't find the battery to my digital camera, so I had to record this video on my phone. I didn't want, to go another week and not upload a video. I told y'all I'm gonna be trying to do better with this video uploading. But yeah, just continue to cut those layers in there, and I will, make sure that I keep up with the videos, keep the content coming for you guys. And I'm going to be using my Red Kiss curling iron to curl the back of the hair. Use a wide tooth comb just to kind of comb out and style the hair where it needs to go. And whenever I do this, it gives me a guide on anything that I need to cut, anything I missed. Sometimes I have to go in with the razor and just kind of get that bang down some. So yeah, again, be careful doing this. If you're not comfortable, just use the guard, and it'll get the job done as well. But my preference, I like doing it this way. And just be careful, don't cut anyone. Practice, practice, practice. Y'all already know how I feel about my T Outliners, the number one trimmers on the planet. So yeah, just get your trimmers and trim it up. Sometimes people like to wave up the sideburns. Whatever my client asks me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And most of the time, they like just to taper it. If you wave the sideburns, just make sure you enlighten your client and let them know that it's going to be some maintenance along with it, but this way they don't really have to do anything. Whenever they leave, the only maintenance they have is the back where they have to curl it, because honestly this is really no maintenance to the front at all. You don't have to curl anything. Y'all saw me do it. I didn't have to do any curling to the front of the hair. If you cut it right, it's going to lay right. Whenever I go in to curl the back, I split the hair down the middle, and then I start on one side and I curl the curls going towards each other. The curls are going to go in the direction of each other. So the right side will be curling towards the left side. The left side will be curling towards the right side. And don't curl, use too big of a section whenever you're curling, because you want all of the curls to be kind of tight. So whenever the curls fall, they'll fall into a wave. And when you curl it tighter, it tends to last longer. And Empire, they have a good grade of hair. I never had a problem with it, especially not the longer limbs. Um, every blue moon, if I get a 10-inch, it'll be kind of stringy, but I've never had an issue with it when it comes down to the longer lengths in Empire. But you're going to curl this hair just as you did in school. You're going to curl this hair, and this curling iron, let me tell you, this curling iron feels like it get about 600 degrees. It gets so hot, and I can use a little thicker hair and it's still gonna curl, and it's really really hot. And I got it from a local beauty supply store. I'll look online, and if I find it online, I will leave the link in the description box. But these curling irons are so good, and I didn't really pay a lot of money. I think no more than like $30, but they're the bomb. Like literally, they curl, to me, like they curl better than some of the bigger brands, the bigger brand flat irons that's like in Sally's. Like they're really good. Right here is where I'll start curling the left side going towards the right side. And I know it'll feel a little weird trying to curl, because it feels weird. I'm right-handed, so it feels a little different, but all you have to do is just practice doing it. It's not hard at all. Just curl those curls, and just take your time and do it. Style it the way you like. And I would love to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Everyone who make it this far, make sure that you like and leave your comment. I love your feedback, you guys. It makes me, so happy just to hear from you guys, just so I know that I'm helping and reaching and inspiring you all. So don't forget to share and, practice and send it to me. Like, I would love to see your work. Like, it makes me so proud to know that you guys can follow my tutorials. So yeah, just leave your comments and leave your feedback. Email me any business inquiries. Please feel free to contact me.